Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. Breaking news, he is back. APHIWE DYANTYI will make his official return to rugby this weekend after being named on the Sharks bench for their clash against Leinster on Saturday. It's a huge moment. It really is. You were talking about a breakthrough player of the year, World Breakthrough Player of the Year winner. You know, back in 2018, he has then had to serve a 4-year ban after being banned for doping, and he is now going to return. And it's exciting. It's exciting, and it's going to be controversial. And a lot of things have been said about APHIWE DYANTYI. A lot of it true, some of it not true. And I think it's interesting to see the reception he does get. It was always an interesting scenario, wasn't it? But we're talking about a player who should have been 2019 World Cup should have been his. You know, that try that Makazole Mapimpi scored, and what a serve in the rugby Makazole Mapimpi has been, would have been APHIWE DYANTYI. You know, had things gone differently. It's all set to be his World Cup really 2019 before the incident. So yeah, before we talk a little bit about the fact that he's back, you know, just go back 4 years ago. And we had just won the World Cup, and but in the midst there was this whole battle that APHIWE DYANTYI had been found guilty of, where he tested positive for a banned substance. Now, if you remember correctly, he got injured in about June, I think it was, May, June. And it was a bit of a race against time to see if he was going to be fit for the World Cup. And his recovery was going well. And then it was revealed that he had tested positive for a couple banned substances in his A sample. And then his B sample was tested and also returned with some banned substances. And it was quite an interesting thing because, you know, there was talks about going to the court of arbitration in sports, for example, and appealing the process and stuff like that, which then all eventually fell away. The fact of the matter is, in terms of the facts, he tested positive. You know, the banned substances were in his system. He denies taking them knowingly, but at the same time, you know, the way that doping works, that they put the onus on the player. You know, they sit there saying, you need to be in control of what's going in and out of your body. You need to be in control of what you're taking and stuff like that. You know, we can no longer the excuse of I didn't know, or, you know, I took a supplement that they had and it wasn't supposed to, for example. You know, in the elite athlete environment now, you need to be using tried and tested products that are tested often, you know. So that's the whole thing. They put the onus on you. What I think that in the mix of trying to come back from injury, I think I don't think he went out and actively doped himself. I don't think that would, I mean, you'd be stupid to do that. You know, you're going to get caught. So I think that, you know, he was probably in the wrong environment, and I think in trying to come to the recovery and stuff like that, my gut says that he was given substances and stuff like that to help with his recovery and stuff like that, and along the way, I think he ended up taking something which had the wrong things in it. That is what I sort of gauge it could have been the case, stuff like that. It's never been confirmed. You know, we've never, unfortunately, had an interview, for example, with him and stuff like that. We haven't had that sort of sit-down, reveal-all type situation. But yeah, put it this way, he's missed 4 years. He could have been an absolute Bok legend, and he's missed his opportunity to done that. And he's missed a World Cup. He's missed a British and Irish Lions series, and we need to move past it now. You know, he made a mistake. We don't know how much a mistake was actually his fault, stuff like that. But either way, he's paid his dues. He's had his punishment. He's been on for 4 years. Now I'd really like to see him back in the rugby field, because I think we've forgotten how special of a player he was. But guess what? This weekend, we can be reminded of that. He has been named on the bench for the Sharks. He'll be coming off the bench. I mean, first of all, it's the most ridiculous team graphic ever. You can't read anything, let alone the whole, like, mugshot thing. Wild. I don't know what's actually going, like a wanted poster, basically. So, yeah, it's very hard to read. But if you can try and make it up there, number 23, APHIWE DYANTYI, he is back. First of all, it'll be very interesting to see whether he will be coming on at outside centre, on the wing, what his chat going to be. But more to the point, is he still as good as he was? Because if he is anything like the player he was in 2018, we are getting one of the best players in the world back. I will say that very, very openly. He was on a different level that year. His tackling, his defense, his running, his stepping, his skill set. Oh, he had absolutely everything. His power. And I don't think you forget that sort of stuff. That's what makes me so excited about this. You know, he's not a player that needed to dope to get that extra margin. You know, it wasn't the case of he needed that extra speed. He needed extra power. His skill set was phenomenal for wing, and that's why I'm so excited about him coming back, is that there's so much there fundamentally that made him a phenomenal rugby player, that I think that, you know, don't lose that. He looks incredible, in incredibly good shape at the moment. I mean, if you've seen a photo of him at training and stuff like that, he looks like he's in the shape of his life. hopefully the legal shape of his life, which I'm sure it will be, and he get tested often. So he is. But let's see. Let me know how excited you are to see him back in the field down in the comments below. Please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.